Yeah, that was the one I needed.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, record. What's up, guys? We're back with another episode of the You Discuss podcast. Today, episode 7, we're going to be talking about dining halls, meal plans, point system, everything surrounding food at the school. Today, we have another guest on. We have Claudia's old roommate again, this time, Michaela Klein. Michaela, do you want to introduce yourself a little bit?
Yeah, okay. So, hey, my name is Michaela. I was roommates with Claudia for 2/3 of freshman year. I came in winter session of our freshman year, and I took over for the one that escaped, Lydia. And then I lived with Claudia also junior and senior year off campus. So, we know each other for a while. Jay lived next to us freshman year. It's been along for the ride. Ross, you guys knew each other sometime I met Ross. Ross, I don't know when or how, honestly. You?
I don't know to be exactly.
I also don't know how I met Ross.
It just happened.
I think Ross just appeared and then he was a part of it.
That sounds right.
I think I was the only one that met Ross, literally.
But what else? Oh, I majored in neuroscience, minored in disability studies. I'll do something along those lines eventually, but right now I teach second grade in New York City.
So cute. Love it.
Fun.
Okay,
so me. Very hyped to be here.
Thank you for joining. Okay, so I think we'll start off getting into food, and we'll talk about the dining halls, and let's go around and give our opinions on how we think the dining halls were and everything around them. Claudia, you want to start?
Solid 2.5 out of 10 for me.
I saw that coming.
You passed it off to me knowing that I was not the biggest supporter of the dining halls. The breakfast was great. They have an omelet bar at CR, which is Caesar Rodney. That was the best. I ate there every single morning. That omelet bar was the only good part about the dining halls. I didn't think the food was very good. I think it was expensive. It's $10,000 for a meal plan.
It's not wrong.
That's absurd.
Yeah, I liked it. It's not the best. It's not the worst. It definitely could be better, but I mean, I'd give it a 6.5.
Yeah, I was gonna say around a 5 or a 6. Yeah. I mean, it's not going to be amazing food,
right?
But
that's what
for what they have to put out, it's solid.
That's what I think. I feel no dining hall is great food unless you're going High Point or something. But it's just it satisfies. It's substance. I don't know.
Like a 4 to 5. They have enough that you could get by. They have ice cream.
We do have very good ice cream.
They have U-Dairy. That's pretty great. Waffle maker.
Oh,
the
honestly,
dessert section.
Yeah.
The dessert section is kind of unreal. Yeah.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of good stuff.
They have a lot of stuff each day. They have the best cookies.
Yeah, if the actual food is probably around a 5, the dessert's probably an 8, 8.5.
11 out of 10 for me. I spent all my time in the dessert section and then all my time at the gym. But we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, I think I mean, literally right before we started recording this, I said it's also about the experience. My experience at the dining hall, I liked going to the dining hall, even though the food wasn't great. It was nice to go to the dining hall, just hang out. I mean, we've said before that we would all eat dinner together and sit in the
freshman year we had our group dinner with 10 to 12 people sitting in the back of home, which isn't even called home anymore. But
right, so I like that because once we moved off campus, we didn't eat dinner together. It's our family. What happened?
Yeah, I mean...
No, you're still not on board. So
my thing was also, I didn't like going to the dining hall with people because I saw it as efficiency. I got to get in and get out of there and I've got homework to do. I'd rather go hang out with people outside of the dining hall. I have no interest in eating a sad noodle dish with Michaela. I think Michaela and I went a couple times.
Me?
It's not the company, it's the noodles. It's the noodles,
Okay.
not the company.
I guess. Well, if you want to make your noodles fatter, you could take them out of some of the dining halls also. CR
Yes.
and what's the other one? Russell. They let
Russell.
you take it away.
So does
If you're talking
Pencader.
about like mat efficiency, you can do
Yeah.
that. Oh, Pencader, yeah. You can do that too.
I lived my life with the take home system at Russell. I always like I would rather take it home and then
great.
go home and work. Like it was easier. But yeah,
There's somewhere else to work.
Yeah. General consensus, I wasn't a huge fan. Also, if you actually go at one of the meal times, like
That's
breakfast, lunch, or
terrible.
dinner,
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
huge
screwed.
lines, no shot, you're gonna get in a decent time. Like it's not good.
And just the process of trying to get in at that time, there's always a line and there's like one person scanning in and it would like
Yeah.
they would like talk to you for like a minute or two and it would just take so long to try to get in. It was so annoying.
Yeah.
Trying to find a
Yeah, that
seat.
was rough. Yeah, the seat was off. They had like the dining halls are very pretty. I'll say that. Like
They are.
CR is beautiful. Like it's
Yeah.
all new and white and chrome and everything. But they definitely made aesthetics kind of their priority, I think, because there's just not as much seating as there could be. Like they didn't do that efficiently. So the takeout system is number one for sure in my book.
It's also
didn't use
hard
takeout
to
enough.
find your
Probably
way
should've.
around. CR is so big. I got lost for the
It's
first like
huge.
month.
Yeah,
I don't know
I
what
never
anything
could.
was.
Yeah,
They need a
I could
map.
never.
I'm serious.
Could never
Whenever-
find anything.
Whenever you go on the tours, they love to point out that CR is what the second or the third biggest dining hall on the East Coast, you know.
Something like that.
Biggest, but not
For what?
best.
I never was that. I don't know. Is that like? 'Cause I felt like it was like the most options, not like the actual like most like square footage. But I could be wrong by that.
Well, and
I
I
have no
know that CR did have like different sections and like they had a big salad bar, they had the dessert area, like they had pastries, they had vegetarian, they had this and that. So like they did have different sections for options for like a lot of different people, but that didn't make it good. But okay, pause. Are we talking about point systems now?
I was gonna say I'm like trying to find the transition, but
I sat here, I was like, I got
Yeah.
nothing.
Okay, no, I got this. You'll follow my lead.
All right, Jalen, no
Fine.
problem.
The one thing that I love like about the dining hall is like it's like a buffet. There's just endless food and you can get as much as you want. Like you could sit in there for hours and just keep eating and eating. And like I did not have like unlimited meals, which was like the most popular, but I made my swipes worth it. I made sure that I got my money's worth for those swipes because it's not cheap.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was the one downfall of my eat efficiently system was that I didn't get as much food as I should have, or I was like, oh, if I'm still hungry after I get my takeout, I'm done. But I did have an unlimited plan and it was not worth it for me. I did not go enough times to make the unlimited worth it.
Yeah, I'd agree
But
with that.
the points that you get, that's the true value right there.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
I like I had said, like unlimited I'm pretty sure is the most popular meal plan. The one that I had was 12 swipes a week instead of unlimited, which is a little cheaper. I don't know how much cheaper, but it's definitely not as expensive as unlimited. And then the other option was like 560 something. Wasn't it like 565 a semester or something
It
like
was
that?
like one bulk number that you had to,
And like you could use them whenever you wanted, but you couldn't like once you were out, that you were out for the semester. And the 12 a week was kind of like that also. Like you couldn't swipe in during multiple like sections of meals. So like unlimited, if you wanted to like grab a coffee on your way to class and then after class go get breakfast. With the 12 a week, you can only swipe in to each like section once. So like once you swiped in for breakfast, then you couldn't swipe in again until lunch. So it was like more spaced out. But the good thing with that was that you got more points because I used points probably much like if I had like an unlimited points plan, that would have been I would have never been at the dining hall. But
only the subway.
yeah, exactly. So I liked having more points because there's a lot more you can get with points, and there's other places that you can go with points. And then I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know with points, but I know with Flex, which is like really similar to your points, but you can use it for more stuff on campus. You can use Flex to eat at the dining hall if you wanted to go eat there for one day, which I didn't know.
Forgot about
Yeah,
Flex.
I didn't know about
I
that
love
for
Flex.
a while, but you can use
Love
Flex for literally anything that you purchase, like on camp. Like I'm pretty sure you can use them at like the bookstore. Like I'm pretty sure you can
And
use Flex.
laundry.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say that. Yeah.
Printing.
Right, you can use Flex everywhere, but points were just for food.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I used points, Flex, meal swipes. I did it all.
I feel like 12 swipes a week is not enough. I think that was my thinking when I was like looking up meal plans, was like, that doesn't seem sufficient. Like if there's 7 days in the week, that means you're going less than, like, there are days when you're only going once or days that you're not going at all to go for
Yeah.
3 meals. How do you feed yourself? That's
So,
like,
like,
if you're
these
relying on the
days-
dining hall.
Like these days, I basically eat 2 meals a day, and even then, that wouldn't be enough for 2 meals a day, which is pretty ridiculous.
So what their thing is with that meal plan is that you get like a significant higher amount of points. So instead of eating at the dining hall, say 3 times a day, 7 days a week, you would eat there. You would swap out one of your meals and use points somewhere else instead. So like I ran through my points by the end of like October, but like if you were smart about how you used your points, like Monday you could go 3 times a day, but then Tuesday you would have breakfast and then have lunch somewhere else to use your points, and then go back to the dining hall for dinner, so that it evened
Yeah,
out.
points will probably go by pretty quick with things like Chick-fil-A, sushi, Subway, all things like that. Besides dining halls,
Points were better.
I would agree.
I had that 12, whatever like the below unlimited was, but the most points. And points
Right.
are just life saving.
Yeah,
The Flex
it
is
was
better. You're right. You can even eat it like the what's the restaurant called? in Trabant?
Vita Nova.
Vita Nova. You can use Flex at Vita Nova too. Like you
Yeah.
can go get lunch or dinner or something like that. It's really cool. But
Isn't Vita Nova the like really like the fancy restaurant of UD? Michaela, you went there once, right?
I went there twice actually, and it's good. It's the student-led one by the hospitality group.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
ate there
all like
once.
the students cook, the students serve. It's also like kind of buffet style, but they also have menu style dinner. Really, really good. I'd
Yeah,
highly
my
recommend going.
My brother was a hospitality major, so he got me and my parents a reservation there one time, so it was really good.
What'd you think? Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I've never been there. Maybe we
Me
should all
neither.
take a trip back to UD
Go to
and we'll
Vita
go to
Nova.
Vita Nova and we'll just have a
That's
nice a
awesome.
bougie lunch. Yeah, I like it. Sounds like a good plan. Yeah, I remember, I think I told this story on one of the earlier episodes, but my sophomore year roommate and I, she ended up like she forgot that she had all these points or something. And so we just did all our grocery shopping at the North Pod, and it was fantastic. Like, it is not cheap by any means. I think that's important to know also, is that it's not a bargain. Like, you're spending a lot of money to get stuff at the pod. But it is
You can get
too
anything.
convenient. Yeah, it's so nice.
Like, if you need tissues, if you need condoms, if you need some strawberries, if you need a milkshake, like, you can get it all.
What kind of night are you having?
yeah, what is
It doesn't matter. Like, you can have whatever kind of night you want. That's the beauty of the pod. There's everything. It's insane. Get
Yeah.
points, get
So
flex.
I feel like we've been throwing around these names a lot of, like we said, CR, the pod.
Yes.
But so basically, Delaware has multiple places that you can go get food from. Dining halls, obviously, most popular ones. There are, I think there's only 3 open currently.
Because of COVID
No, I don't think
or
Kent is-
general?
I think in general, because so when we, at one point while we were at school, one of the dining halls closed down, which was Russell. That was the one that was closest to all of us. Ross lived in Russell. That one closed down for renovation, and they opened up Kent during winter session, which is actually closer to Caesar Rodney. And then there's Penn Cater, which is the North Campus dining hall. Kent, I don't think stays open since
It was winter
Russell.
session.
Yeah, it was winter, and then I think some of that spring, and then it closed back down.
Wasn't
And
very good anyway.
Yes, it was.
It was
No, it
delicious
wasn't.
and it was beautiful in there.
It was the best dining hall out of all the dining halls.
I
on
felt
campus.
I thought it was so pretty, and it was like
You're
compared
crazy.
to like CR, it was very like there was crown molding and there was hardwood floors.
Okay, I'm
like,
talking
that's
about the food.
nice. No, not the food.
Okay,
Crown molding, Ross.
it's pretty. I had math class in there also. The food is terrible. It came out like on
Thank
a
you.
conveyor belt, I remember. And it was just like there. And then you went and then they dropped down your plate in this
I-
tiny little square. And you walked away and you found a communal spot. And it was super strange. It was like a dungeon, but with a pretty ceiling. Oh,
Michaela's like, no.
Yeah.
No, it
Kent-
was not good.
Kent
I
gives
thought
me
it was
more.
better.
I feel like Kent gives me more like mess hall dining than like
I
an
guess.
actual like it's like Claudia said, like Delaware's dining halls, they are all of them are like really nice. Like Russell got renovated, CR was beautiful to begin with. Penn Cater, I know they're doing renovation. Like it's like been ongoing renovation. So like they're all really nice, like, and it's like not communal like long tables where you just sit down. Like they have high tops, they have booths, they have benches, like they're really nice areas. But like Kent was more of just like your basic like lunchroom mess hall with couches.
Yeah, I also remember like enjoying winter session and like going out to eat with people more. So maybe that's why my memory of it is different. Cause like that I never went out to like the dining halls with people, but like we had dinner times. Oh, because at Kent, they were only open for meals.
Yes.
So you kind of win as a floor with all your friends to go have like family dinner, quote unquote, because you could only go eat for 2 hours in the evening. So like you better get in there or you're kind of screwed. They also force you to have a meal plan freshman year. I think that's important to remember. You have to have one, no matter how much of a scam it is.
this reminded me because I remember the last day of winter session, they had like a theme night. All the tables, they put like table like black tablecloths down, and they had like dark plates and dark silverware, and it was like a steak night or something.
I was gonna
I don't know
say
if
I
anyone remembers
remember
that, but they did
I
Yes.
remember that
Yes.
because
tons
I
of
sat
theme
there
nights
quietly in
at
the
the
it's
corner.
different halls.
it's customer it's like
casual
something like
veggies.
that. It's like
Oh, yeah.
like say like I don't know. I feel like it's like customer appreciation, but like that's definitely not what it's called. Something like that. It's like appreciation night. And I remember we went at CR, they had steak, they had shrimp, they had like all these like
Oh,
handmade
hard.
pasta and all this. And I was like, what? So you have the ability to do this, but you decide not to for what reason?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, like would you like salmon or like a fillet tonight? And I'm like, you gave me like Kraft mac and cheese literally 6 hours ago.
So how
Yeah,
about
I
the-
remember that night. That was a lot of fun. It was very like you're also a freshman, you're in college, you're like this is fancy, like wow. But then
Oh,
like
so fancy.
I sat there while everyone ate steak, like okay, I'm not having fun anymore.
So how about this? How would you guys rank the three main dining halls of Penn Cater, CR, and Russell?
Here comes an argument.
Jay's
Should I go?
ready
I'll
to
go
fight.
first. I'll go first because I know nobody agrees with me, but I don't care. I don't care how much you guys hate on Penn Cater. It is the best dining hall at the University of Delaware, and you cannot prove me
Lies.
otherwise. You can tell me whatever you want. You can tell me CR is beautiful, it's perfect. Russell post renovation, fine. Penn Cater, because I take food and experience, right? 50-50. Food, it's the worst out of the three, but like Penn Cater is just it's the best. It's the best one. You're walking up the stairs. The people are always so nice there. I remember my girl, something, don't even remember her name, but she'd always make me omelets in the morning.
Your
And
girl.
she's like, you know, like I'm so happy that I'm at Penn Cater. Like it's so nice and happy here, and just like I don't want to be at CR. She's like everyone hates being at CR. I'm like that's because Penn Cater is the best one. I don't really care about the other two. Penn Cater's the best.
Incorrect. Incorrect. I liked Russell the most because of that takeout system and it was a lot smaller, so I could kind of see everything that I had as an option to eat and then go get it and go. CR, like Michaela said, you get lost, and there's like back sections, and then there's this, and there's lines, and people there will be no one in line to get served like the mac and cheese. But God forbid you go in the wrong like side of the barricade, because they'll tell you to walk all the way around like you're in third grade. It's not. I say Russell, CR, Pencater. That's my order.
Whatever.
I guess I'm the only one that thinks CR maybe the best. I don't know. I maybe because I'm biased and I lived in Russell, and I guess my opinions of Russell from freshman and I don't know if it was part of sophomore year make me think that Russell is absolutely horrible. And I still barely went there when it was renovated, since I hadn't had to live there anymore. And living in the Towers, Pencater, I thought it was like solid, but I don't know. I thought CR with a lot more options and just a lot more tables, even though sometimes it was packed. But I still thought CR was the best, then Pencater, then Russell. I just hated Russell.
There's one thing that Pencater has that, like, all the dining halls have it, but Pencater's salad bar, like, is just so much higher up on the quality scale than any other freaking dining hall. That in itself just makes it the best. Like, the sandwich station, oh my God.
In my opinion, the only thing that Pencater has over the other two is just that no one went there, since CR was in such a popular spot that it would get everyone. So being on North Campus, there was always seats and there was like almost never a line. So I just think that's why people think that is better sometimes.
Michaela?
I think in terms of like options and quality, I would have the same order as Claude. I would say Russell first because of how like intimate it is, and also the people are so nice there. They genuinely talk to you and say hello. They just also have everything you need in one place. CR, most options, most convenient. Can't deny it. Pencater was good. I went a few times. Actually, no, I went a lot. I had a class up there. It was okay.
Yeah,
it was like the weird combination of Russell and CR. It was like the happy medium.
I guess if you're like me, I was gonna say, if you're like me and you just want to get your food and get out and don't care about, I guess, necessarily talking to the people that are giving you the food, then CR is probably the best option. But if you like the other two, it seems like you guys like the other two partially for that.
There was always a lady who would scan your card at Russell and like give you your container. And I was always talking to my mom whenever I'd walk back from class and chat with my mom or whatever. And she would always be like, "It's so nice. You call your mom. You're always on the phone with your mom. I'm sure that makes her so happy." I'm like, "Yeah, Jill and we chat every day. Like, I've got to give her the updates." And it was so funny. Like, every time I walked in there, she was always like, "Say hi to your mom for me." And I thought that was so cute. But
Pizza oven and calzone guy was also so fun.
Calzone guy?
Yes.
Calzone and pizza oven guy.
Yes.
He was awesome.
Yes.
If you were like looking for a calzone flavor that like wasn't out the oven yet, he'd be like, "I got you. I'll let you know when it's coming out." Like, he kept an eye. He was so friendly. Asked how your day was.
I think also one thing, I think my opinion on Pencater may be a little flawed. I don't think it is, but when you're a freshman, like Claudia said, you have to have a meal plan, and the options are unlimited, 12 a week, and then the 5, whatever that number is. Once you're an upperclassman, they give you more options. You can have an all points meal plan. You can keep your like freshman year meal plans, like you can have them every year if you want. What I did, I think Ross, you did it also, was I think it was 125 swipes for the entire semester.
I think so.
Something like that. Usually like 50 or like 125 and then another number. And then you got points also. So I did that my sophomore year because Ross and I were in the tower. So he was cooking food. So we weren't going to the dining hall as much, but we would always have our Sunday morning brunch. And then we would do like late night at Pencater, which is the only dining hall that does that because the other two aren't good. Actually, CR does it sometimes, but late night is every single week, I think after 9 p.m. Monday through Thursday, Pencater has like a special, they'll have like wing night, pasta night, taco and nacho night, and then like meatball sub night or something like that, I think. And it's like from 9 to 11. I liked that because the one thing that always bothered me about the dining halls, when you go look at other schools, like some of their dining halls don't close until like 2, 3 in the morning. Delaware's dining halls, like Russell closes at like 8. I think CR closes at like 8:30. Like, oh, they just all close so early. So if you have like 6 to 9 class and then you want to go to the dining hall afterwards, you can't because it's already closed, which
Yeah,
I
the
found
hours are
annoying.
trash.
Yeah.
And that's why the pod is always nice.
Yes.
Well,
That
wait, that was such a good transition, but pause.
was so good though.
But I think we should talk about I was going to ask Michaela when she moved off of her meal plan, and I was going to talk about that because I think that's important. And I think we should talk about Trabant and Perkins before the pod.
Okay.
I just think that's a better order.
I just saw the opportunity. Thought I would go for it.
I appreciate it. Transitions are hard. But I can start up if we want.
Go
Okay.
for it.
Going back to what you said about like when like the different meal plans that you can have as you become an upperclassman. I know that I switched off of my meal plan as soon as humanly possible. But I know a lot of people like to stay on it. Michaela, what did you end up doing?
I switched off my junior year. Freshman year had a meal plan. I think we had to. Sophomore year, I actually lived in Caesar Rodney. It would have just been ridiculous to not have one.
Right.
Downstairs and get food. And then junior year, we were off campus. There is the off-campus meal plan. I did not have that. I don't know if any of you guys had that or new people that do, but off-campus meal plan does give you, what is it, like points for restaurants on.
Yeah, so
Otherwise,
basically,
you just
I
cook and
I almost got an
shopping.
off-campus meal plan my sophomore year. You basically can use it's like points. It's like works the same way as points. It's like $1 for $1, but you can use them at all the restaurants like on Main Street. So like people would go to Cadoba or I think like
Bah.
I don't think I'm trying to think of which ones have them because like I don't think you can use them everywhere.
I know
not
places
all of
like
them. You'll see like the
Panera.
OCMP sign.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cadoba's not good.
Oh, Panera's not there anymore. Never mind.
Panera's not
There's no
there
Panera anymore.
Right, it closed.
I think like Roots participates in OCMP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun fact:
Chipotle.
Grotto's
probably.
also participates in OCMP. I don't know who needs to
With
know
that bucket
that,
of fries.
but if you want, well, you could get it. You could use it on all things that are at Grotto's, including your refreshments.
Your adult beverages.
So if you ever have OCMP and you want to go to Grotto's,
Possibility.
the possibilities are end. Well, no, there are. There is an end. There definitely is an end, but
Jay, you're being so modest about this. Basically, what Jay's saying is it's a Friday night and you're trying to go get wasted at Grotto's. You can get all of your Slaters and H2Ls on OCMP.
But I did not have OCMP. I had to use regular cash
money.
Dollars.
dollar bills. But yeah, so OCMP is definitely that's like a point, Michaela. It's like a very good option also, and they have like certain dollar amounts that you can pay. I think you can get like a discount if you get like a certain amount. Also, like they'll give you 10% extra or something like that. I don't know, but yeah. But the
It's a
good thing,
option. I
yeah,
would like to try it.
yeah. I like first I thought about like getting OCMP, and then like once I was like maybe I'll just get like a smaller meal plan, and then I had all my points so that I could go to Trevant and Perkins and just snack on that stuff, which is like stuff on Main Street, honestly, because they're just some of the places
I
are
just
like
got a lot of
restaurants.
flex when I went off my meal plan. Just like tons of flex.
Which
Cash
you can,
potential,
yeah.
so-
I mean, so points and flex you can use at all the dining places too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I literally said that.
You need nothing more than flex.
Right. Yeah.
And what's
But-
nice is that in order to actually like use your points in Flex, it's just your ID card. Your ID card almost works as like a debit card or a credit card for points in Flex. So you just swipe it and you're good to go. It's so convenient. It's your key pass to get in everywhere. That ID card is the best. But
Something completely
Easy to
unrelated.
replace too.
Yeah, I was gonna say completely unrelated to food. The ID card, if you have like one of the phone backs, like where you can keep all your cards and stuff, and then put your phone on a wireless charger, it cuts off the card. You can't use it anymore. Found that
Really?
out. Yeah, found that out the hard way. Fun fact. Anyways,
And a lot of people have those things where
yeah, I know.
just
Right.
yeah,
Right. Yeah.
not many people actually use wallets and just
Yeah.
like put the cards in the back of their phone.
Exactly. That happened to me sophomore year, and then I went to go try to pay for Chick-fil-A, and they were like, "Nah," and I was like, "Yeah."
yeah.
Speaking of Chick-fil-A, the best place in Trabant to eat is, Claudia. Before you start, arguing this, just agree that the most popular.
I was gonna say
place to eat-
technically it's also the worst because of the lines. But
yes, that is true. So in Trabant, they have like a bunch of little like stands. So there's a Chick-fil-A, Burger Studio, and then the Greens to Go place where you can
Quiznos.
get wraps and salads, and then Quiznos, you get sandwiches. I don't know what the pizza place is called there.
Yeah, I was gonna say a little pizza station. I don't
Yeah,
know.
and then
Yeah, like a
sushi.
salad, burger.
Right. So
There's also just like yogurt cups and fruit cups and
Right.
drinks and stuff.
just quick snacks.
For real.
So it's always, I love stopping at Trabant and just I would say a quick stop, but depending on what time you go, you could be waiting 15-20 minutes to get your spicy chicken deluxe. That's just me.
I mean,
Um,
I'm gonna get canceled for this, but Chick-fil-A is not all that.
You're
Like,
vegetarian.
It doesn't matter. No fast food is that good. No fast food is worth
Okay,
it.
so Claudia's canceled. So
I feel like
I'm
this
off
is the
podcast,
episode.
kids.
I feel like this is the episode of SpongeBob where SpongeBob's trying to get Squidward to eat the Krabby Patty, and then Claudia's Claudia's finally gonna try it and be like, "This is so good."
Oh God.
But yeah, so
Doesn't he explode at the end of that episode?
well, I don't want you to explode, but yeah, he does.
Wow. Well, I want
lives-
to make a quick point real quick. I realized I don't think we've actually talked about student centers yet. So just so everyone knows who's listening, Perkins and Trabant are the two student centers, and it's not just food. Like, it's study areas. That's where Vita Nova is in Trabant. There's all sorts of seating. There's all sorts of stuff. The counseling center is in Perkins, which is the other student center. So we'll talk about more of those just so that you know what we're referencing. Trabant and Perkins are the two main student center areas. that you
and
can go
quickly
to.
for location wise, Perkins is on East Campus next to like Russell, Harrington, Gilbert, and Trabant is more towards North Campus.
It's diagonal from the gym. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to food.
But yeah, back to food. I definitely was going to Chick-fil-A a lot more, but then the Chick-fil-A line, you'll know when it's not the right time to go to Trabant, and that's basically the 15 minutes in between
Every
class changes.
Yeah.
There's basically, if you have a class and you need to be there somewhere in 15 minutes, just avoid it. You're not going to make it
Yeah.
to your class. You can have class literally next to Trabant, and you won't make it, especially if you're trying to get Chick-fil-A. If you're trying to get something else, then like maybe, but
The sushi you can get really quickly. I go
Yes.
in, I scoop up my seaweed salad, and I eat it while I walk into Afro class. And Jay was laughing at me every time because I always had seaweed
'cause
salad.
it was 10 a.m.
The prime time
No
to get the
wrong
Chick-fil-A.
time for seaweed salad.
It was like 11 a.m. Calm down. There's no wrong time for a good seaweed salad, guys.
But the prime time Chick-fil-A is basically if you get out of class like 5 to 10 minutes early and then you like bolt into Trabant before
Run.
the horde comes.
Yeah, and then get your Chick-fil-A and then creepily stand over all the people that are sitting at the tables because you can't find one.
Pretty much.
But the other, for me, I
Yeah.
guess another question for the group. Did you like Perkins' options or Trabant's options better?
This is a
'Cause
very
Perkins-
easy answer for me.
Perkins has a couple places also. They have a salad bar. They have a
They have
sandwich.
like a off brand Chipotle.
Yeah, Zoka.
Kinda thing.
Oh my. Oof.
That's why Perkins has my heart, Zoka.
Yeah, I picked Perkins also.
$15 for a bean bowl? Absolutely. No
But yeah,
question.
So they have Zoka, they have the sandwich place, they have like a grill where you can get like Philly cheesesteaks and grilled cheese sandwiches. And they also have
Those sandwiches
Dunkin'.
are good.
They have freaking Dunkin'. Like, come
I
You
on.
can
forgot
also get
about
your
that
sushi
Dunkin'.
there.
Yes, you can get your sushi there. It's
Yeah.
funny, we're talking about this.
transport.
I'm like almost positive like the scrounge is gone.
You
Like
want to know what they're replacing it with?
the
A
what's it called?
24-hour diner.
Yeah, I know.
Really?
Which
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
pisses
awesome.
me off. You know why? Because Ross and I came up with a great idea.
Whoa. Hold on. No. This was my idea.
Okay, no. It was a collective.
No.
idea.
This was my idea.
Well, I'm taking credit for it. And we're going to open a 24-hour diner. No, not even 24 hours. We're going to make it so that it's open when the bars close until like 5 o'clock in the morning. So like,
Yeah, because there's like a couple open spots on Main Street, and I thought that would have been a perfect thing, but
we're going to call it the range for
for all four of our
names.
roommates, Ross,
Yeah.
Boo, Nick, and Jay.
I think that's a great idea.
Would have been.
Would have
If,
been,
You know, we weren't
yeah.
just like graduating college students.
But that Dunkin' Donuts has all of my. I should say, sorry, Dad. It has all of the dollars. I went there every single goddamn day to get an iced coffee, and it was the best.
Dunkin'
I had a
is
Keurig,
the
and I
best.
went there every day.
The lines in the Perkins Dunkin' are like equivalent to Trabant Chick-fil-A, in my opinion.
Correct.
They were like,
Yes.
you just had to get lucky and find a really good time. And so those pixies. And yeah, like you really had to budget your time if you were wanting to get coffee, or you have to get it early.
Yeah, I'd say the longest lines are the Chick-fil-A in Trabant, the Dunkin' in Perkins. But I think the longest line, and not even because there was a lot of people, just because it went really slow, was the Starbucks in Smith. That line moved so freaking
move.
slow. It does not move. It doesn't move. It doesn't. I'm 100%
I've never
sure
gotten
that
a drink from there.
because
I
you
did
can't.
once.
You can't.
I did once before a midterm because there was nobody there. I got there like an hour early, and I just walked right to the front. And I was like, I don't even know what to do at this point. I've never gotten this far. Like, that Starbucks is like the most popular thing ever. And oh God, it's annoying. And it's in
Yeah.
such a random place.
Yeah, so there's a
But
Starbucks.
also-
Go.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say there's also Pete's Coffee in Trabant, which is pretty good.
I was gonna say Pete's Coffee is a sleeper. People sleep on Pete's Coffee.
Oh,
It is.
it is. I used to
They
get
have
it
good
all
muffins.
the time.
They have very good muffins. Like,
Yeah.
it's a sleeper.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's
One-
a Starbucks in Smith, and then there's also a Starbucks in the bookstore, which you can
Mhm.
also use points and flex at too because it's owned by
Yeah.
UD.
One thing, this is not UD dining, but the falafel cart outside of Smith, that was, I cannot explain
I still have dreams
how
about that place.
I think about it all the time. I
Hey, the
go
pot-
to UD
no.
and I look for him.
The pot sticker
Even just
cart,
the
low key,
smell.
might be even better.
Yes,
I do
Better-
falafel. That's my favorite.
yeah, better is bold. I'd say on par. Better is bold. Better is bold.
I don't know,
But
it's close, it's close.
again, a sleeper is the food cart outside of Five and Dime. People don't go there.
I never
They have-
actually tried it, even though I
it's
really should.
so
The
good.
little food carts, they're the best.
Yeah.
Has
There's even.
anyone tried the fry box?
I was literally gonna say there's also a fry box outside of Kirk Fried.
It's not good.
It's not good.
You
But
tried it? No. I always wanted
it's
to, and
not
it was
good.
always closed.
No need.
Good, better you didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
So yeah, but the thing that I always find funny is so when Michaela was saying that you can get yogurts and little snacks and stuff from Trabant and Perkins, those are also what are at the pods at Delaware. We talked about some of them last week, I think, but there's one in Harrington, there's one in Penn Cater, There's another one in Gore, and then there's one in the Policy Building, which is
Or
which is on Academy Street between. It's like right between Purnell, not Purnell, Pearson and Graham, which is the Policy Building, and then yeah, I don't know where the last mystery one is.
So you will hear this in the podcast with Spencer.
Yeah,
There
I
was
know it's a
one,
thing.
he was obsessed with the soup. He would go there for the soup, but we can't remember where it is. So
Because-
listen to the
no,
last one
'cause
to
I
figure
think-
that out.
I think it's either in Hullahan or Mitchell. I don't know which one, but it's in one of them. And they
okay,
just-
I don't know. There was like okay. Wait,
I'm looking
no,
it
wait.
up.
You didn't say engineering, but there's this building that's next to Claude. What was your building for public policy?
You're talking about between Graham and Pearson.
Graham.
That's the yeah. That's the. It's not that one.
It's like a little diner in the basement.
What?
Basement.
They have like 2 tiny booths and then like a stand, and that's it.
But it's in the It's not the one that's on like that's facing Academy.
I don't know.
No,
I only went to that one once, and I was like, "This
I
is
used to
mystery.
go to that pod because it connects Pearson and Graham, and I had research in Graham, and then I would have to walk through there to go to my class in Pearson. And that's the only reason that I knew that one was there. But like nobody ever went there. But yeah,
The Gore one was terrible.
I didn't like that. It was
Yeah.
super cramped and small.
It didn't have a subway.
Didn't yeah, Harrington's pod is the best because of Subway. You can fight us on it if you want. I don't think
The
there's an argument.
Harrington pod stole all of my points.
Yeah, there's
I
no
mean-
argument on your Subway and almonds. The blue whatever almonds.
A blue diamond, yeah, actually.
Blue diamond almonds. And I'd always get my foot long chicken bacon ranch with buffalo sauce. Oh my god.
So I looked it up, and UD only has Harrington and Pencader listed as pods you can go to. So the other ones are secret.
Ah, Ooh.
Hmm.
We know the secrets of the University of Delaware.
Gotta discover them all.
But yeah, so the pods, so the thing, like the pods, they're like little convenience stores. You can get, like Michaela said, strawberries, condoms, and tissues. You can get candy. You can get. I think they even have like school supply. Like you can get literally everything.
It's like a Walgreens drugstore kind of
Right,
thing, just with more
exactly.
food.
But everything is about $2 to $6 overpriced, and it's
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous.
super annoying because you look at something and you buy it and you know you're paying way too much for it. But like for us, like when we lived in Gilby, like for me, that's a 25-minute walk up to Walgreens to go get something when I
Oh,
can
I thought you were
just
going to say
walk-
25-minute walk to the pod.
I kind of
Yeah.
expected it to take him 25 minutes. Like Jade make it out the door, he'd stop and chat with someone. He'd decide to take the scenic route, like go around the turf instead, like, and that'd take him like an hour and a half.
Yeah, the pod's actually like 10 seconds from Gilbert.
Yeah, literally, you could see it from the lounge, but it did not take me 25 minutes to get there. But it was always just so easy, and like pod runs, like you just go at your floor and go to the pod. We hung out in weird places, dining hall, pod. It always just seemed to happen with food. Food brings people together. That's
It's true.
a fact.
Basically, if you get one thing from this episode, it's just that Delaware loves to rob you.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, higher education as a concept, but we'll get into that.
All right.
at some
Okay.
other
I don't
point.
think we should.
Well, let's move on to this. The main reason that we
Wait.
chose. Oh,
Wait. I have one more thing to add. I don't think we talked about the library. You can get
Oh.
like pod stuff at the
Yes.
library because they have a coffee shop there and they have food, but they just redid it.
Yeah, I was just gonna
It's
say, didn't they
beautiful.
renovate like a
Like,
whole
it's
Like
restaurant?
tiny
awesome.
pod amenities. Yeah, like you can go around the corner now and like check yourself out. I think that they
Yeah.
have like not full pod things, but they have snacks and like dry goods, and then you could also get a soup and a sandwich and some coffee or something like that.
The
So
new
don't
like
sleep
that
on the
little
library, and it's not inside. Like you can enter
right.
without having to check yourself into the library. You can
The
sleep outside too.
coffee
So
shop,
it's a
like
good place.
I liked the like little pod that they had, but that coffee cafe thing, like it's
It's really
super
good.
nice in there. And like there's high tops and everything, but it's so good. Like they have good food there. There's like like you said, like sandwiches and stuff, and like it was good food.
And Einstein's too. Einstein's coffee was good.
Their bagels are terrible.
Their
but-
bagels. Don't sleep on the Ice Lab. They had great food.
All
too.
bagels in Delaware are
We
not
only
good.
had Einstein's, but like
I forgot about that Einstein's.
still good.
Yeah.
I loved it there, yeah. So, the main
Anyway,
reason
sorry.
that we brought Michaela here, we wanted to talk about alternative diets. And I'm a vegetarian, but that's a little easier to handle, especially because if I accidentally eat meat, I'm not going to die. Michaela has a very severe gluten allergy. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but she has been gluten-free for 1.5 billion years now. And so we wanted to chat a little bit about having an alternative diet or an allergy and eating in the dining halls, finding food on campus, because I know for a lot of people, whether it's gluten-free or kosher or vegan or whatever your diet may be, it can be really challenging to find some of that stuff on a college campus. So I'm going to turn it over to Michaela. You can kind of tell about your experiences, everything like that throughout the 4 years.
So, it's dramatic. I haven't been gluten-free that long. I went off the glutens my sophomore year, and the transition was hard, but once you know what to look for, it's okay. So CR organizes their food pretty well. They have a designated gluten-free section. They have like a vegetarian section, vegan, kosher. They split it up pretty well. Otherwise, you can kind of like read the ingredients on the soups. You can always get rice. You can always get some cereal. There's always fruit. You can find your way. You can pick and choose. There's like French fries, or you can just get like the beans or quinoa. You can always like find things or like pick away things, but a lot of stuff is sandwiches and pasta or breaded, and you do have to pick your way around that. Russell did have a designated gluten-free section, and I believe Penn Cater did. No, I don't think. Yeah, Penn Cater. No, not designated gluten-free.
No.
I don't remember them having one. So you just kind of have to like guess or pick and choose at each section that you go to, and just do your best. There's really only one option per meal. That's it. You have one option, and if you don't like it, find your own shit. Basically, good luck. And if it's really severe and you need certain accommodations, I know like one kid that had to go through the dining hall services, and they made him a certain meal every single day and give it to him because he had like 12 different allergies. So there's ways you can go about it. If it's like you will keel over and die if you get, shown to different things. That's not me, I don't think, but just go off campus if you really, 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 really can't risk it. I would suggest get your own food.
Yeah,
They're
because I
good about
remember.
cross-contamination because they are so like separate in how they cook the food and where they cook the food. You don't have to worry about cross-contamination.
I remember seeing all the signs like this is the like gluten-free section, this is the kosher section, and like yeah, it just didn't seem like, I mean, even the vegetarian sections, like I just go around and find other stuff. Because it was
Pick
like
and
this
choose what you can
one
eat.
bowl, like hopefully you like pad thai today because that's the only thing you're allowed to have. Like, so it definitely seems pretty limited from my understanding.
It's limited. It's very limited. And if it's like you have a peanut allergy or something like that,
Not great.
no. What?
I said no, not great.
Oh yeah, not great at all. Or like an egg allergy. I don't know what you would do. You have to really go through the system for that.
Yeah, as someone who has no allergy, I'm not too great on this topic, but I think, like Michaela said, like Penn Cater doesn't really have many allergy-friendly options. I remember, like they kind of pushed if you have any dietary restrictions that your best bet would just be going to CR. If you don't have, if they have their separate options, like I know they have like the vegetarian or vegan section, the gluten free and kosher. If you don't like it, I don't. I don't know. Maybe like
I will
Claudia
say
Right,
that's
like
pretty
Claudia
annoying considering that is really far out of the way if you live on North Campus. Even though
Right.
We pay so much money.
Right.
we have classes like a main campus, that's still out of the way. It's really annoying.
Right. Yeah. So like if like it's the weekend, you're Saturday and you're staying on North Campus, but you have to eat. You have to walk all the way down to CR, which sucks. I mean, I think it's better now. I mean, think about when CR wasn't a thing. Like CR opened our year. So like, what did people with allergies, like dietary restrictions, do before that? So I guess they're improving. Maybe they'll get better. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did it open our year?
Yeah. I thought it was the year before.
Year before.
Yeah. Yeah, because I remember touring around it when I was looking at schools. And that was their big show off thing, was they had someone take me to see our dining hall to eat there, and I was like, it's fine. Like, it was just not very alarming to me. I think that was my reaction. But yeah. And does anybody else have anything to add or special fun facts about the dining halls or things to look out for?
Oh, I don't think so.
Pretty cut and dry.
Go to Pencater.
Don't go to Pencater.
Pencater's perfectly fine.
We're a nice range of
Yeah, I was
Pencater.
gonna say.
We got haters, we have lovers.
Okay,
But
Pencater's worth going to just for the carpet, in my opinion.
What? What?
Michaela said,
Have
you
you
want
not?
tater tots with a view? Go to Pencater.
The carpet?
No one stared at the Pencater carpet?
No.
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 Can't say I have.
Well, if you ever go back,
Look at Pencater.
it could be.
What does it look like?
It's very trippy. I remember it being dark blue, and it has a lot of these like fun lines and shapes going through it. And I was just like, this doesn't seem
All
like,
right.
like dining hall flooring. I don't know. Little things, you know?
I'm sure it hides spills really well. That's probably why they chose it. Like, let's get the busiest pattern we can so that
You
when
can't
it
see
is
it.
dirty, you can't tell.
Guest swipes.
Guest swipes.
Guest
Yes.
swipes. You get like
Good,
5 guest
Michaela.
swipes with your meal plan. Thank you. You get like 5 guest swipes with your meal plan, and you can bring anyone that you want 5 times. And that's it.
Yeah.
To the dining halls
Per semester?
Yeah.
per semester.
Yeah, I remember like my parents came for family weekend and all of us went to the dining hall. And that was pretty much all of them. My brother loves the dining hall. He walked in there and he's like, this is glorious. Like, he had like 8 plates of food. It was ridiculous. It was so funny.
Yeah, I'd
So-
say probably save it if you have like a family or a friend coming. Don't try to use it on like someone else that ran out. Try to save it if you can.
Yeah,
I have one bad thing about Pencater. How about this?
I'm ready.
Let's hear it.
Those stairs up to the dining hall. Oh my gosh.
Actually, it's really not that bad.
Hey, you been there on Sunday after Saturday activities? Yes, it is. Oh, those stairs. They're killer. I don't know. And then the stairs down. It's just a very dizzying trip to walk through Pencater.
Jay is so modest when he says after Saturday activities.
Well, maybe I just had a late night of reading books and playing checkers.
And praying. Yeah.
Praying. Yes.
Long nights of praying.
Yes. But yeah, that's my last take on the greatest dining hall that ever was.
Well, hopefully people at least know that they're all medium good. They're all
You will
right.
be
Yeah.
fed.
You will
You
be fed.
Yes.
Yes.
You can't lose.
Yes.
You can be
Yes.
fed a lot.
Yes.
Might not be good, but you can be fed a lot. If you take a long break from the dining hall and then you go back, you will get diarrhea.
Good to know. Watch out for that.
And we'll eventually get into
Or you
Main
just, like, won't
Street.
feel well.
Yeah, we'll eventually get into Main Street and everything else with restaurants all across there. But for now, I think this was a good covering of the dining halls.
I think it was.
Get a sense of it.
Okay. Think we're good?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thanks for coming,
Yeah.
Michaela, once again.
Yeah, this was
Thank you.
wonderful.
Thank you guys for having me. I hope you don't have to. Were you allowed? Are we allowed to swear? I didn't
Yes,
know.
of
Yeah.
course.
Well,
Of
too late
course.
now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
check
Oh.
beforehand.
I think that's it.
Well,
Okay.
All
See
right.
you guys next
having me
time.
all.
Bye.
Go Pancater.
Appreciated.